back with another lit video. Until like, share, comment, subscribe, and put the post notifications bell on all, especially if you're new to my channel, and of course join the TL squad. And if you are going to join, welcome to the TL squad, you know. So yeah, and if you're returning to my channel, thank you so much. Your support really means a lot to me, you know. So yeah, but as you can tell by the title, listen, this is gonna be a rant, so yes. But if y'all ever know how y'all sound saying, oh my gosh, I want type 1 here, type 2 here, type 3 here, or even if I do get type 4 here and I'll foresee here, like, oh my gosh, y'all sound ridiculous. Okay, so y'all know I did a transition like almost going to be a year ago. So yeah, on August the 10th, this year will be a year ago since I transitioned. So yeah, so when I did my big job listed, I was dreading, because like when you have like type 4 hair specifically, for me I was dreading, because I was like, oh, because I just basically remember the days when I was sitting down, my was combing my hair. It hurted a lot, but she wasn't coming from the ends working her up to the roots. It was like from the roots going to the ends, and you know you can't do that with our type hair. With hair specifically, with any hair type, but like especially not 4C hair, because you know black people hair, you know, hair that's feel like steel wool that you use for skull pot with, you know. But yeah, it's not bad, because if I actually listen to people, literally you hate your hair. And honestly, like if you hate your hair, it's like a part of your beauty. And like not only that, but like when you do cut your hair, you might say, oh, I don't care, blah blah blah, but when you actually do cut your hair and your hair is damaged, you actually feel some type of way, and it actually has an effect on you. Because if you feel like, oh well, I don't care, I'm just gonna cut it, it's gonna grow back. Honestly, when people say that, I just feel like it's because they don't wanna really feel bad about it, so that's like kind of like the excuse, it will go back. But honestly, for me, I'm just like, I actually saw how much I would like, because like if your hair is not in a good state, you can literally cry, you know. Like it's just a type of connection you have with your hair. So yeah, so if you don't like your 4C hair, listen, there's nothing wrong with your 4C hair. Like, do not only praise 4C hair if it's long. Like, all hair types are beautiful, of course, yes, but like listen, 4C hair is not bad. Because if I really listen to what people have to say, like, oh yeah, black people hair is bad hair, blah blah, and listen, 4C hair is not bad hair, okay? There's no such thing as good and bad hair, because how can you be such a texturist? Like, texturism, like just because you have a specific type of hair, that doesn't mean it's good hair, because it could be damaged. I consider good hair to be, well, in my book, and everybody else should do this, I consider good hair to be healthy hair. It can be short, it could be long, it could be medium, as long as your hair is healthy and moisturized and it's growing and everything is good. I call that good hair. In terms of bad hair, I call that hair that's like unhealthy. You know, length doesn't play a role in good or bad hair to me specifically. I just categorize it based on if your hair is healthy or unhealthy. So the texture, like your texture and your length, has nothing to do with good and bad hair. So okay guys, so that's my rant. And basically, like if you have 4C hair and you think, oh my gosh, it's the end of the world, because listen, when I was going natural, I really thought that was gonna be like the end. Like the things I've heard, like, you know, when you're like going natural, you just hear, oh, don't go natural, blah blah blah, it's gonna be so time consuming. I'm not saying it's not gonna be time consuming, because whether you have perm hair or texturized hair or whatever type of hair you have to care your hair, so you still have to invest. And people think going natural is so expensive. Listen, if you cannot handle like what God originally gave you, how are you gonna handle a different type of hair? Because the reason why I went natural is because when I had basically perm hair, I didn't really take care of it, because I really didn't know how to. Like my natural hair, it was natural for a time until it got relaxed and texturized, and you know, I honestly didn't feel like it was me. So when people like, oh my gosh, 4C hair this, 4C hair that. Okay guys, so when people hear you say, oh, you have 4C hair, the first thing they think, oh my gosh, your hair's so nappy, your hair's so this, your hair's dirty, your hair's unprofessional. Remember that term? Like listen, no, it's not. And actually, when your hair is unhealthy, like as I said before, or damaged, or you like cut your hair because it's unhealthy, or you need a new look or something, and if you didn't really like hair for your hair, it's until then you realize how much you actually love your hair, and how you have a like relationship or connection with your hair, you know. I sometimes think your hair has to be damaged for you to actually know like what caring your hair actually looks like, and then you start to care your hair, and then you actually start to like have more self-appreciation and self-love, have more self-appreciation and self-love, because, and also self-care, because just because, like, I'm not saying if you wear wigs or anything that's not a problem, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying if you wear wigs that's a problem. I'm just saying, like, if you constantly want to cover up your natural hair because you think it's ugly, especially if it's type 4 hair or whatever, like, it's not. Because at the end of the day, listen to this, like, and if, like, listen, and for those who, like, oh, you know how, like, if you, like, had something before but you can alter it, and now people who, like, had what you had but you alter it, you're like, oh, well, I don't have those stress to worry about, I don't have those problems to worry about. So what I'm referring to is, like, you know, like, if someone has natural 4C hair, right, and then, for example, they go on Texas and permit, so now they're starting to throw shade in every person that have 4C hair. At least some people are like, oh, well, I got a Texas, so, you know, I don't have to get up and, you know, wash it. Have to take me a long time. I could just blow it out. You know, they're just throwing all kind of shit. Listen, like, let's see when that Texlax or that relaxer wear. Let's see what's actually really under that, you know, that natural straight texture. You know, I'm like, there's black people who, like, have naturally straight hair, of course, somewhere out in the world. You know, it's not impossible, but listen, don't throw shade, especially if you know you have that same type of hair, and, like, bashing people for their hair, because listen, your hair is beautiful. Like, if, and listen, like, just because you're dark, that don't always mean you're gonna have 4C hair, because, like, you know, even people who are mixed come up with 4C type hair and stuff. Like, listen, like, love your hair and love yourself, because if you start to hate one part of your body, or just, like, don't, or just feel, like, really insecure, like, you just start to hate yourself, like, little by little, you realize that your self-hate just, it just goes up, and your self-care and love just goes down, like, it just starts to decrease drastically. And then you wonder, oh, why did and you wonder, right, like, oh, why did I hate myself so much? And then you actually realize, well, it just started from my hair. So yeah, your hair represents your texture, your culture, your nationality, sometimes, like, your race. You know, you get to really just embrace your hair. So when people are like, oh, first you hear this, first you hear that, listen, nothing will come out it's bad alone, right? There's always going to be good with it, and no one's perfect. So if I really listen to people who are like, oh, you know, first you hear this, first you hear that, especially online, because it's always the people who have the same hair type always, like, coming at you. I don't know why, but it's not like you don't have the same hair type. So, you know, because, like, if you really start to, like, care your hair and, like invest in your hair, not only with products and money, but actually with time, love, and care, you'll actually see great results. So yeah, and also remember, it's what you put in your hair, and it's the energy you feed your hair with. So yeah, you remember those times when you was younger, or, like, even now when you go to a hairdresser and stuff, yeah, like, you feel a lot of pain, like, even if you're tender-headed or not, is because, like, it's what they feed your hair. And also you have to, like, comb your hair from the roots, which is the ends, to the roots, you know. So yeah, but it's what you feed your hair. So if you're in a rush and you're hurrying up, and, you know, you're just rushing, and you're, like, dragging the comb through your hair, especially if it's a fine tooth comb or even a wide tooth comb, it will hurt because you're rushing and you're not really taking your time. So if you're being gentle, of course your hair's not gonna not be gentle. Your hair's just gonna, you know, it will correspond with the energy you feed it. So if you're being gentle, you'll not feel any pain. But if you're just rushing, or even if you're not rushing, but it's like, I hate my hair, I hate my hair, you know, it will feed you the same energy. So don't be mad when your hair is, like, seeing that you hate it, so it's gonna just bounce back all of that energy to you. So don't be upset, okay? So yeah, and also, love your hair for what it is. Like, whatever type of hair you have, love your hair, okay? Because at the end of the day, listen, it's not, oh, you wasn't blessed because you didn't get type 1 hair, type 2 hair, type 3 hair, or, like, even type 4, you know, like, type 4A or 4B, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't think you're not blessed if you got 4C hair, because it's not like that. Some people be thinking it's such, like, it's not the end of the world if you have 4C hair. You can tame your hair, and there's a lot of 4C hair YouTubers on here to, like, guide you, and there's a lot of blogs about 4C hair, and there's a lot of sources nowadays, so you can definitely cut your hair if you need to and start over, because, you know, hair grows back and stuff. I'm not gonna be like, oh my gosh, I don't even care, it will grow back. Nah, that's not the energy, because deep down inside I know it hurts. That's why I'm only saying that, you know what I'm saying? But it's not that way I'm saying it. Like, your hair will grow back, so just care your hair. My favorite thing through life is actually growing. Like, you know, just like in everything, in success and everything, it's just growing, because you never stop growing and you always keep learning. That's my favorite part in life. So yeah, if you actually genuinely like to do your hair and stuff, you really see that it actually feeds you good energy. And this is a rant, so yeah, I'm gonna listen. You know how like people get into rants and they go on and on and on, and you can see that they're upset. Listen, my rant will be like that too, but it depends on what I'm talking about. Because if I'm talking about something I really upset, see, you see me talking really fast and you really get the energy through the video. So yeah, so this is just like, if you think, oh, your hair is bad, listen, nah, you're blessed. So yeah, it doesn't matter, because society wants you to think that, oh, if you have 4C hair, because you know, the further you are on the spectrum, the further you are from the European beauty standards that society still praises. I don't know why, because it's not like society makes anybody, and it's not like society can make anyone from scratch. But I mean, who are they to say, oh, this is beauty, this is the standard of beauty? Like, there are no one to say that. So yeah, everybody's beautiful in their own way. It doesn't matter what texture of hair you have, it doesn't matter your race, certainly. And you know, justice, injustice, like justice, like justice should be for everybody. It doesn't matter your race, your age, nothing. It matters, the only thing that matters is that you're human, okay, and you have rights. So yeah, guys, this was my video about like 4C hair, and this was me ranting. And of course, I'm not gonna go like on and on, like, you know, when I'm like ranting, because I'm ranting, but I'm not like going on and on and on, like, you know, but like going in depth and like getting really upset. But like, y'all will know, it depends on what I'm talking about to really get me like upset, and y'all can see it through the screen that it's really something that touches me, that really like touches me or like hurts me. So yeah. But when people say stuff about 4C hair, sometimes I'm like, what? And listen, like, I can understand, because you know, sometimes you're in like a hairdresser's chair and they're like, oh my gosh, your hair is so thick, like, oh, the comb can hardly go through it. It hurts you sometimes, and you're gonna be like, why? You know, you're gonna feel like you need to texturize your hair and like relax your hair. Don't do that. Do not feel pressure to do it. And if you want to texturize your hair, go ahead. Who am I to tell you stop? Like, that's not me. That's not what I'm telling you. I'm just telling you, if you're gonna texturize your hair because it's a trend, you see your friends doing it, you see other people doing it, and you just genuinely don't like yourself, that's all the wrong reasons to do it. I'm talking about for both the males and females. Do not do it just because other people do it, and do not do it because you hate it. Because for me, I would never dye my hair. I would only use paint wax, because the fact that I know like probably take a while for it to like grow out, and I'm not gonna really trim my hair that often, because so far since I'm like natural, I haven't trimmed my hair yet. I haven't trimmed my hair yet. Like the ends, my goal is to only trim my hair like once a year, so I really maintain the length. It's a lot of caring your hair to make it healthy. So that's my goal, because I would not like put a dye in my hair just because I know it'll probably take a while to grow out, and I don't trim my hair that often. And it's the fact that I know I'll get tired of stuff easily, so it's the fact that I know it's like this process. And for me, I'll never ever text lax or like relax my hair ever again. So yeah, I actually went to I can't wait, because I want to like be like a cosmetologist and stuff, you know, like take the courses and stuff. I'm actually looking forward to that, not only to like do my hair, but to do others' hair. And even if I ever like stop like doing clients hair and stuff, I always can educate y'all, because I know what I'm like doing. And if I ever launch any hair care line, makeup brand, or anything, y'all know like I have a background in that. Not only do I have a background, but y'all see that I know what I'm talking about, and y'all see that when I actually do my hair on my channel, that it's like, you know, good, precise, neat, and clean. So yeah, but this is my, you know, rant. So definitely, if you feel a type of way about this, like, listen, like, reconsider what you think about your hair, because your hair is actually a part of you, and you cannot hate it, especially because it's like a part of your like beauty and stuff. And your hair doesn't have to be long to fit European beauty standards. Your hair don't have to be straight or curly. Like, I'm not bashing anybody who has straight or curly hair. I'm just saying, like, do not feel like you have to have that to look beautiful, or you have to have that because that's what society wants. It's what you want. So if you want to embrace yourself with your hair, go ahead. Your hair is not unprofessional, because saying 4C hair or type 4 hair in general is unprofessional. That's very rude. That's very disrespectful, because how dare someone say that when that's the hair that goes out of your head? Just because you don't have their type of hair, that don't mean that your hair is ugly, because it's not. It's what you're born with. So you don't actually, when you're clearing your hair, don't say that, oh, I'll just deal with it just because I have it. That's not the attitude to go in with. Just deal with your hair. You know, sometimes people are like, oh, you know, that's what I have, so I'll just eventually have to deal with it, so I just start clearing my hair. Don't do it for that reason. Do it for the reason that, you know, it's your hair, you have to like care your hair. And because sometimes you're like, oh my gosh, first your hair don't grow. But if you actually invest the time and patience, and you actually are gentle, and you're actually gentle with your hair, you will actually see how your hair can grow and thrive. Because literally a lot of people here grow and thrive by just watching YouTube videos. Maybe not a lot, but some of them. Like, sometimes it's not bad going to the hairdressers, but like, make sure like when you're going to a hairdresser, your hair don't hurt you, and you know, your hair's just not on fire every single time you come from the hairdresser. Because there are some hairdressers, like, no matter what style you get, whether it's knotless box braids, cane rolls, tribal braids, it doesn't matter the style. Like, your hair is never tight and your hair is never on fire. They have to take Tylenol or ibuprofen. So yeah, and that's my goal. Like, when I'm a cosmetologist, that's my goal. Like, everything should always be gentle. I should always walk you up through the process of what I'm doing. Like, yeah, I'm like, you know, because it's bad enough to remember, like, because a lot of people like fear going back natural, especially if they have type 4 hair, because they remember when they're growing up, like, your parents wasn't always as like gentle, or whoever did their hair wasn't always as gentle. I remember when my mom was gonna comb my hair, I was like, for me, actually, one, like, I always cried, and I actually ran, like, when she was like, time to comb your hair, like, I was literally running. I actually hid the combs and all of that, because it was just not a great process. It's actually a process you're supposed to be, you know, talking, catching up, especially if it's with your family and your friends and stuff. You know, it's a bonding time. It shouldn't be torture time when it's time for your hair to be done. Like, no. You can be gentle with your hair and get it done properly and neatly. You don't have to go, you know, crazy and like, because when you're, like, for me, when my head's on fire, or like when my head is hurting me due to a hit that you can't even think straight, and you just want to go to sleep, and it's even hard to even go to sleep because you're like, if I lay down this way, oh, it's gonna hurt. And the other thing is, like, when your hair is too tight, like at the back of your hair, like, sometimes I can't even like turn. It has to be like maybe a week or like a couple of days and stuff. I really don't like that. Like, y'all should know. And if y'all going to a hairdresser that y'all see, or like people doing your hair that don't know how to do it, listen, stop doing that, because you're part of the problem too if you're letting that happen. I know sometimes, you know, you rather do your hair for cheap, but actually invest, because it's no different from just going to, like, you know, people who want to get surgery and they don't want to pay the big pricing, and they just go to somebody who's unprofessional. It's kind of like that. So when the damage is done, you can't really say anything, because you know what you're just getting yourself into, and also, you know, the person was not a professional. And of course, you don't have to always be a professional, but if you see that every time you go, something's always getting worse and worse with your hair, obviously start going. So yeah, but stay away from the tight braiders, and, you know, just care your hair, because it's a part of yourself and your body. Just, you know, self-care. So yeah, but like, don't hate your hair. But yeah, don't hate your hair, because you find out if you hate your hair, like, later in the future, it can lead to a lot of like issues with you not like liking yourself, and that's bad, because it all started from just not liking your hair. Because as little as it sounds, not liking your hair, it can really lead to a lot of problems in the future that you have with yourself. Like, you don't have to take my word for it, but just look back. So yeah, and just avoid that problem. So guys, thank you for watching this video. Remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the post notification bell and all. And remember, like, you can always suggest video ideas in my subscribers email. It will always be in every single one of my videos and on my main IG account, which is beauty_twana. And you also can do my Google Forms, which is in the About tab. There's 3 ways, but in the Google Forms, do not put any links. Only send the links to my main IG at beauty_Tiwana and my subscribers email. And also do not send me any links or video suggestions on my business page for Instagram or my business email. I will not respond to it, because the reasons why you have so much ways to do it is because I want to make sure, like, whenever my channel starts to growing, or like my social media starts to grow, like, I can see all of them and I can respond to all of them. I don't want no comments to get lost or going spam. I always check spam, but I just don't want them to get lost, so y'all don't think I'm ignoring you, when in reality I really can't see them because it's just too much. So that's why I have a specific way that I'm telling y'all to send the links to my main IG and to my subscribers email only. Do not send it to anything else. And if you take the Google form, just answer the suggestions and do not put any links there, because I don't want anything to get lost. Okay guys, thank you for watching, and you know how I end up, and that is my favorite scriptures, Philippians chapter 14 verse 13, and that is, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Guys, stay safe and stay blessed, and stay tuned for my next video. Bye. Peace.